Hey folks, Peter here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me here today. Today's video, you probably already saw by the title, we're going to go over a fun product that I found on Tutor Games. It's passing sticks. I know this bag doesn't look like much there, but yeah, passing sticks. If you're tired of the triple threat quarterbacks and the little foam footballs going everywhere, or maybe you just don't like that style of play, this is for you. Let's check it out. So here we are, we've got the board set up. This is a Tutor 500, I do believe. It's a smaller board, pretty small board, maybe a 2x1. I don't remember the exact dimensions. I do have some larger boards. You guys got to bear with me, I'm just getting back into this. We're starting it off easy today with the passing sticks. Let me get all these out of the bag here. I'll kind of go over the rules as I've seen them. We'll do little test demos. I'm not going to run any actual plays here. We're just going to get all this stuff set up here. There we go. So basically how this works is instead of flicking a little foam football across the field, you designate this is the magnetic ball marker here, and then you run the board again, and if you make contact with it, that's a catch. This also counts too, like if a player's arm hits up here, that still counts as a pass, the way I'm reading it. This is how you measure it. I don't know what this is called. It's got two ends, 1 and 2. We've got the blue stick here, the 1 stick. Got a white stick here, the 2 stick. And the red stick, the 3 stick. And you can kind of see short, medium, long, and that'll all get explained here in a little bit. Basically how this works is it simulates sort of how you would do a pass if you were actually flicking across the table with with one of your guys there. So it works on any size board. This is the 500. This is like the smallest, one of the smallest boards that they make. But it works just the same because your physical distance there is going to be the same physical distance on a larger board, just the yardages on the board are going to be different. Hopefully that makes sense. So basically how this works is you take your quarterback and your receiver, your intended receiver, and you measure helmet to helmet. So you just hold it right over the figures, however you need to do it. And there's a little dash on here. I think that's what you're supposed to line up. Maybe you need to cover the full helmet. I'm not sure. The tip of the helmet, just put the helmet underneath the passing stick there. This pass would be zone 2. In front of this little knob here, whatever you want to call that, that's zone 1. This is zone 2. So this would be a 2-stick pass. That's this guy here. So what you would do is off the front of the base, as long as any part of this touches, it can be the tip, doesn't have to be flush, left side, right side, however it works. So let's say I'm trying to get just a real deep pass to the end zone here. Use the side of that. Line it up like that. That's where the run has to get to. This is your intended receiver. Obviously you call this before the play gets off. Board stopped. You pivot. Turn the board on. And if you touch that, it's a complete pass. Any part of the base or the figure, arms, anything like that, that's a complete pass. If you've got your defender on you, if the defender or somebody on the opposite team comes along and touches it first, interception. If you have an unintended receiver touch it before your intended receiver, that's, I believe, called like a what do they call it? I have it all written up here. If your unintended receiver touches it before your intended receiver, that's called an illegal touch. Counts as a completed pass, stops right on the spot. That way, because that's obviously not your intended target, and that just kind of makes it fair. If your intended receiver goes past the ball marker, the MBM here, the magnetic ball marker, that's an incomplete pass. If you start turning the other way, that's an incomplete pass. You get the idea. If it doesn't look like it's going to happen, it's an incomplete pass. This is probably going to be a quick video here, but let's just try to run a little demonstration. So we've got our quarterback there. Let's put it right in the front of the camera there, huh? Right there. And then let's just make this guy our intended receiver, let's just say he's running a I'm not good with the football terms. He's running a little hook around. He got past his defender. And let's just put this guy over here for no reason whatsoever. Right there. So now that we have the play set up, of course, obviously, I don't have all the players here. I'm just doing a little quick passing drill example, demonstration, whatever you want to call it. So you take your passing stick, the measuring stick, and that falls within the 1 off the helmets. This is going to be the blue. Look how short this pass is. I'm going to get to something else here in a second that I think is kind of cool here. So he is going whichever way, and you get to pivot your receivers, so it doesn't matter exactly where you're doing it. But let's just say you want to go here. Maybe there's a defender right here or something, or over on this side, and you want to try to fit that opening. Your receiver's reading the field, finds the open spot. Quarterback sees it. Let's see if we can't get this completed here. So you go ahead and mark it like that. I did nudge that a little bit. And then you get to pivot your bases, however you want to do that. I mean, there's rules that you can interpret however you want. I know I just fully picked up that guy, but so we're just going to run this like this, and we'll see if we get the pass completed. That'd be a first down. This might get a little loud, but we'll see how it goes. So that is an incomplete pass to that guy, and the backside of this base actually touched it first. He just missed it. It just a little curve there. So with that interception, any player unblocked, so this guy might be considered blocked by this guy. We had a kind of a shift there. He doesn't get to pivot, but this guy gets to pivot because he's open. He was the one that was supposed to make that catch. Clearly the ball went behind him. This other guy picked it up. He gets to pivot, he gets to pivot, and then the offensive coach presses the button, and you let it run from there. Got tackled. I was late on the push there, but he got tackled back here at the 30 line. So that's kind of cool. I do like that. I like this system. I think it's a great alternative. It's been around. There's been several variations. I'm forgetting all the brands off the top of my head. I just know that this is one of the readily available ones that I saw when I was doing some searching recently. So earlier I had mentioned something kind of cool about the sticks here, the passing sticks. These are actually measured in base length. As you can see, this one is roughly 2 base lengths long. So you'd have to run 2 base lengths to make that catch with that stick. As you can see here, this one is about 4 base lengths long. Now these bases are kind of curved on the front, so it's not quite exact. But you get the idea. That's about 4 base lengths along there. So this one you would have to run 4 base lengths to get to the ball on the end there. The one that we didn't show off yet was the 3, or the red stick here. This is 6 bases long. As you can see there. It's about 5.5, but you get the idea. Use this 3 stick. If you guys remember, on the measuring stick here, there was a 1 and a 2, but no 3. If your receiver is past the 2, anything after 2 automatically is a 3. Now let me just show you. I'm going to set up one player, a ball marker, and remove that out of the way. That's a good distance. On this board, again, this 500 board, let's see, that's a 40 to the 30. That's a good chunk. That's like almost a third of the field there. So obviously it is doable, but that's a bomb. That is a bomb downfield. Let's just see what happens here. I'm going to adjust this guy a little bit. Let's just see what happens. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen. That was a completed pass right there. So like I said, a bit of a shorter video, but that I think is a pretty good demonstration of at least the basics of these passing sticks. Measure, determine which passing stick you need to use, put your ball marker down, and you run the board. So some of the rules that I didn't go over, and this kind of really expands on this, and I think kind of brings a bit of a realism or just another aspect to the game, is if your intended receiver is within one base length from making a catch, and they get touched by an opponent player, that is pass interference, catch the ball on the spot, automatic first down. Now, if a defending player gets touched by an unintended receiver, just another player, then it's the other way. It's a pass interference the other way. So when you have that defensive pass interference, whatever you want to call it, take the original spot back 10 yards. Don't repeat the down, anything like that. But it goes, you lose 10 yards for it. Well, it's going to go ahead and about do it for this video. Again, just trying to get back into the electric football. I'm really excited to be doing this again. Maybe we'll start busting out the bigger boards. I do have some new teams that I bought. I got a few different teams. I had a sale going the other day, so I got some teams. I can always get various bases. Maybe we'll get back into doing videos on base tweaking. If you guys want to see that, you want to see some of the other boards that I have, one of these days, if this gets going, maybe I'll look into buying one of those ultimate boards, the big 2-scale 4-foot by 2-foot boards. That thing's huge. That's just huge. But I think it could be kind of exciting. Maybe you guys want to see that. Let me know. That being said, though, I do like these passing sticks. Like I've already said, I think it's a great alternative to the triple threat quarterback, which that in itself is pretty fun still. Nice skill game. But sometimes you kind of, did you hit? Did you not hit? Did you hit the front? Did you hit the back? Did you hit the base? Whatever it may be. So this is a great alternative for that. Or you can do both if you want to go that way. And then in your own league, either solitaire or with all of your friends, however you play, you guys can go into the rules and kind of tweak them how you see fit. Maybe you want to add something just to kind of change it up a little bit, make the realism more present in the game, however you want to do it. I'm not the biggest football expert. I don't know all the rules, but I think this is a great element and a great option, and a clear, you touch the marker, counts as a pass. You can't really mess that up too much. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Again, if you want to see more electric football content, it is coming soon. But let me know if there's something specific you want to see, and we'll see if we can't get it done. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next time.